Hello, all you Splinterlanders out there. This is Damour, and we have got the YGG SPL Weekend Challenge going. Joining me on our panel here today is the legendary Mr. PG-13 today. Or perhaps not. Perhaps it is all a joke. 70 players checked in, and our round one qualifying has started. Our qualifier round has started with only 12 players in the mix. Nice. Battle time. Tom Riddle. Ooh, some big names going up in the challenge here. Some new names as well, names that I do not recognize. Always great when we see some new names in our competition. Bobcar in the house. Hello, sir. Have you entered our tournament? Are you competing? Only Bobcar in the chat, and myself. Yep, I got the buy. Nice. Sometimes we draw the lucky one and we get a buy. So you will be facing off someone in round 2. Already some people being defeated. Let's have a look. B1 versus Mupa. The Dragon Kretch versus the Thaddeus. The Death Squad. Both have some death in the mix. Some neutrals as well. Very similar lineups, actually. Things not looking good for BO1. And that should be the nail in the coffin. Mupa takes the win by a landslide. Arclate versus Striker. Earth versus Life. Ilthane in the mix. Not much range coming into play, so part of that bonus not really working out. But the speed always works, regardless of whether you have range or not. Question is it enough? The speed is enough. Only one left. And I think there should be enough to take down our last man, Arcelate, with the win in the qualifier. Enrico versus Nitro Age. Water versus water. Jordanus. Hello, I do graphic design. So if you need work done like a logo, banner, panels, overlays, etc., DM me on Twitter. Oh, thanks for the offer, sir. That's very kind. I'll be happy with just one win, says Bobcar. And hello, everyone. Gregory Lavenfelt in the house. So yeah, our weekend challenge is on the way. We're almost through our qualifier rounds here. I'm spotting a couple of games, watching them live. Kelia versus Kelia, always a popular pick. The Taunt tank in the front versus the Demented Shark. Interesting. Going for a little bit more damage with the Inspire. And it seems to have worked out for Enrico. Nicely done. Legendary Unicorns taking the W. So our qualifier round is officially over. Round 2 has started. Some big names being recognized: Slafer Red, Dave the Great, Queasy, Roman Forever, Small Circle, Jenna, DK1, Mupa, Enrico, Bob Carr in the house, D Stampede, Angst Gegner, Smart Start, Come Get Some, Max Maka, Shira, Joseph, Uber Hessen, Sabashteki in the house. Wow, nice. Keith Ray. Names we are recognizing. Nashaliana. All right. Manny SP Jin. Monster Tamer. Splinterlands RU. Vortec. Mabai. I don't know how to say that. Donnie. Pretty big names. Thank you for joining us, guys, and I wish you all good luck. May you place well and earn some DC or renown. Good luck, Max Maka. Hello. Hello.
Yo.
Oh, there you are. Made it after all. Hello.
Of course I made it, man.
Okay. So we're in our second round already. Some big names participating today, names we recognize. Also some new ones in the mix, which is always nice.
Yeah, I figured I'd let somebody else win this tournament. That's why I didn't enter this time.
Fair enough. You know, you've taken so many of them in a row.
Yeah, so I mean,
you've got to give somebody else a chance.
Yeah, I would just like to thank you for being, nice to the competition.
Well, thank you, sir. I do appreciate your kindness. So let's get a couple of matches up on the board. Odo Acer versus Cool Guy. That should be an exciting one.
We should make that
life.
We should make that a thing. If you're in the tournament and one of the hosts is in the tournament and you beat them,
yeah,
you get like 500 DC or something spicy.
Well, that sounds like an interesting take. I like it. Makes it harder for the guy that's streaming to win.
Yeah, like a bounty.
A bounty, exactly. We put a bounty on his head, and whoever can kill him gets some money. Exciting. I like it. Life versus life with the misses. And the no damage because of the demoralize from that guy at the top. But I forget, Disintegrator, something like that. Dave the Great versus Dipta. That should also be an interesting one to watch. Ilthane. Okay. Ilthane versus the Kelia. The old OP versus the new OP.
This is the new.
Which one is gonna take the W? Who is your money on?
No, I don't have any money.
You don't have any money? Okay. Who's your mouth on then?
No, I would go with. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, if we
Still
go
have
against
time.
the YGG guy, it'd be rude. So-
You can go against whoever you wish. I mean, just blank out the names. Let's
Nope,
pick light
nope.
versus water. Names are irrelevant.
Yo, speaking of names, bro, I might be naming a Rooney soon, bro. I'm thinking about buying one as soon as they hit the price of 120, like I said the other day.
So,
We'll
you're
scoop one
gonna
up.
buy off the floor. You're gonna sweep the floor a bit.
Yeah, I'll buy one. If it goes down to like $200, I'll scoop one up because I figured it's a max level legendary copy of a card anyway, right?
It
And
is.
it's cool.
It is.
And eventually, I think to get a high five from Matt or Aggro, you're gonna need a Rooney in the future. So
To get a high five. All right.
yeah.
Okay. And you definitely want one of these high fives?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm not really in the market for a high five, but I am happy with my card, right? So, for me, ultimately, that's really where the worth lies. If I get a high five on top of that, great.
Yeah, like you might get because they were saying eventually it might be your access pass to cool things and shit. So you might have
Sure.
to, you might need because I mean they could do a lot with the Rooney. They could make it so the Rooney's you have to buy a Rooney to get to the next Splinterfest. I mean you have to hold a Rooney to do this, to do that.
I can imagine that Rooney would become like a VIP pass at Splinterfest, for example. So whoever has a Rooney gets special access to a specific section at Splinterfest that only Rooney members have access to. Something like
I see where this is going. So if you don't have a Rooney, you have to stand.
Exactly. You're part of the cattle, and then the other people are the Rooney holders. So know your place, peasant. Know your place, peasant. Something along those lines, right?
Yeah.
Or am I wrong? Is that not
no,
what's
dude? I like it. Standing room only for non-Rooney holders.
There you go. There you go. You gotta stand. You gotta stand.
You gotta stand. You got
Life
to
is
stand,
tough, man.
bro.
Life is tough.
Look at that, bro. Area aluminum smacking the brawlers, bro. Smacking the brawlers. That's what we like to see all day, bro. Smack the brawlers around. Smack the brawlers around. Let's go.
I see what you're doing there. It's a legacy guy.
Yeah.
Pumping the legacy. Okay.
Pumping.
Torelio is always a strong pick. And so is the Axemaster, as you can see in both cases here. Should be interesting. Let's have a look. How does it turn out? The taunt in the back doing work. Secondary tank falling into position. Secondary tank falling very quickly. Secondary tank on as well. Trample activating on the Keith Ray. Axemaster doing work on both sides, really. Whew. I don't know how Aureliana took this, but maybe he didn't take this match. Maybe it took the next guy, the next two, right? So it doesn't look positive. It does not look good. Yeah, no, that's a loss. That's a hard lose. That's an L. So that's a Keith Ray win.
We don't need to keep repeating stupid shit like that.
So second game maybe goes better for Aria Lumina, which I have no idea how to say. Very complex name. Go look at the gold bling bling. Blinding reflector. What? Feel free to correct me if you can say it better.
No, I was just gonna say that your eyes start to twitch and shake and shit when you see more than 2 syllables. You start to panic and shit happens and the word comes out all messed up. But that's okay because we're working on it. We'll get through it.
All right, fair enough. Why don't you go say it? Then
No, I'm not gonna.
We'll hear from the expert how to say that. I mean, he's your guild member after all. I'm sure you speak to him like every other day, right?
Actually, Ariel Lumina, right? Just moved up.
Ariel Lumina. Okay, all right. Is that how you say it? All right.
No,
Ariel Lumina. I think you're right. Ariel Lumina. Okay. So is that like a little mermaid, Illuminati clan type name or something? I don't know. How does it work?
I have no idea. But
okay.
he or she just recently moved up from heritage to legacy, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay, so he's received an upgrade. She has received an upgrade. All right, into the big leagues. Well, he or she took some names in the third match here, going with Ilthane yet again versus the Obsidian this time round. Things are not looking too hot for the Obsidian team here. Yeah, that's a no-loss win for Lumina, Ariel Lumina. Well played, whatever your name is. I went back too far.
You gonna get a Zepbot?
Am I gonna get a
Zepbot?
A Zeph bot? I have no idea what that is.
Zepbot.
A Zap bot?
Zuck, like Z-U-C-K. Zuck.
A Zuck bot.
Yeah.
Like is that after the Facebook owner or whatever?
Yeah, but it's a game.
It's a game. Okay.
Yeah. There. I was just looking at OpenSea, and you can get one and play in the game.
Okay. And what is the game? What type of game is it?
It's just like a little battle game, I think.
A battle game? An auto battle?
Yeah, like
a first-person shooter?
Well,
trading card game?
No, like, well, if you look at the little heroes things, like, I'd assume it's gonna be. I mean, it looks pretty crazy. I'll just send you the link.
Okay, send me the link. We'll have a look. Bobcar, I'm sorry you fell out, sir. Maybe next time there will be a better position for you. But who knows? Maybe you still are a lucky winner of some DC. We are not quite in our third round yet. We are waiting for it to complete. Many names going through already. I see many greens and reds. There are still some that is white at this stage. We're still waiting for those matches to complete. Oh, I see what's happening. The RU guys are doing their usual by surrendering or drawing the matches.
As they should. Maybe it'll rub off on Putin, and we can
maybe
to forfeit the match.
Maybe, you know, because the media says he's a bad guy, so he must really be a bad guy, you know. Not? Is that not how it works? The TV's always right?
No, I don't think he's that bad. I think that Russia has fucking. Oh my bad. I think Russia has things that they want, like you know
Sure,
better
sure.
access to the Black Sea and lithium and all the oil they just found and shit. I mean, it goes both ways,
It
but
does
like
indeed. It does
since
indeed.
since the West controls most of the media, I guess they'll always be the bad guy. I mean,
Well, it depends on which news you watch, honestly.
right.
There are other perspectives as well. For example, if you watch the Russian news, they'll tell you an entirely different story. But yeah, not really a topic I'd like to get into, to be honest with you. Not the best choice of topics. War and all that. Bobcar says, I normally miss the 500 by one spot. One day you will get that lucky spot, Bob. Don't you stress about it. It will come. You will have your opportunity. You just keep coming. And I promise you, one day you will get it.
Bob strategically takes losses to try and get the 500.
Well, you got to do what you got to do to get those W's. Whatever works for you, that's the way to go. That's the way to go. How about a game versus Sabashteki? Why did they only play one game?
That's all they needed. That's all they needed. Phantom realized Sabashteki was no match.
Okay. It doesn't want to show me. Perhaps the game, perhaps there was a bug of some kind. That's not fun. SP Jin, I like that guy. He's good. All right. So SP Jin says Luis, the Ilthane versus the Kelya. This is the new matchup. This is the new top summoners, in my opinion. The Ilthane and the Kelya.
336 for the lowest price Bruni right now, lads. 336.
336. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's more than what I paid, certainly.
You paid what, 300, like 2 something, like 0.19?
Well, in my mind, it's 250. The vouchers was kind of free, honestly.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, for me, it's 250. That's my entry price. I know some people had purchased vouchers, which I suppose would be on top, that did not go well for that Ilthane team. The water didn't lose anybody, and Ilthane lost everyone. That did not look easy. On the light team, Kretsch versus Luis, again with Ilthane. Okay. We're sticking to Ilthane. The Chihuahua and the Kretsch doing work with the thorns.
Chihuahua.
Jin Chihuahua is such a great card, honestly. It's one of the best tags in the game. One of my favorites. And a reward card to boot, right? So it really can be picked up for damn cheap.
I feel like there's only like that and maybe a couple others, maybe like 2 or there's only like a few reward cards that are actually worth buying, I think. You see what I'm saying? Like to hold long term, because like
honestly,
I mean, some of them are just trash. Like there's gonna be so much better cards out there. None of the other ones are never gonna get played. I mean, the Jin Chihuahua is fire, but like
which reward card would you call trash? Honestly,
I mean,
if you had to choose,
the only good
reward
ones
card that is
are like
trash.
I
Let's
think the
talk
only
current,
good
like
ones.
new reward cards,
Yeah.
not old
Well,
ones.
I think the only good ones are the healer for the life team, and then shit
The
maybe the
healer for the
Gingerwala.
life team. So
Yeah,
so
the
you
Venari.
the Venari Crystal Smith, is that the one you
Yeah.
mean?
I mean, you could Pelacor mercenary or
So this
mercenaries are okay, and maybe like the Bandito is pretty cool too. But like, I
no.
mean,
We're talking about the worst, right? So not good cards. What
yeah,
is
everything else that I didn't say sucks. Trash.
everything
Trash.
else sucks? So there's only two: the Crystal Smith and the
Well, I mean, like the Oceanus and the Heartclaw and shit.
Oceanus.
Those are good. Like, but like everything else, like why would they go up? Like, no one ever uses the fucking Speedsmith. I mean, the Pelacor mercenary is okay, but
The
like everything else
Conjurer is
is like,
great. The Mercenary is freaking awesome. The Jared Scar is awesome. Pellicor Bandit is awesome. Tidebiter is awesome. Lava Launcher is awesome. Exploding Rats is awesome. Counter-Sinesh in certain situations, really great card. Murdam Fear with the at higher levels it gets the cripple, right? Really valuable. Very nice ability. People underestimate so much. I like the Seedsmith with the poison and the scavenger. Pretty damn awesome. I love the Bonesmith. I love the Ever Hungry Skull. Obviously, each of these in their own rule set, right? There are certain rule sets where they really shine, but other rule sets they do suck. You know, I hear you. It's not always that they're great. Like the Ever Hungry Skull, you put that up against a magic and it's useless, right?
yeah, I
But
think the comic cards and shit, they might hit like fucking 3 cents or 4 cents maybe, but like, as far as like people needing these bad boys, no, because like there's always gonna be new ones. Like the next reward cards are gonna be better. Like the new sets are always gonna be better. The older cards are just like eventually they're not gonna get play. Like we're not gonna you're gonna need an Ever Hungry Skull like maybe for one rule set, but there's I mean like it's not like they're never gonna make another card like this. Like it's just I think gold foilers are really like the only
so you think
cards that are gonna hold value because
leveling this card up for $4 all the way to max level 10 is not a good idea? You think it's a bad idea?
I mean, I just think it's a waste because you got to level up all your other cards to max level 2. Like, what's the point?
Okay.
Like, because listen, every year, if they do this, right, like you're going to have to put more money into the game. You're never going to really be able to recycle your older cards because there's going to be newer product out all the time. Like, we're never going to see a big crunch like we did between Untamed and Chaos Legion. Like, that was just perfect timing of no product and a lot of new players, and there's only a lot of new players because before that the game only had like no players, right? So like of course the prices are going to go wild. Like I don't believe the cards are like gonna hold that much value. Like I just don't think so. Maybe gold foils because you need them for brawls and big SPS payout tournaments.
Okay.
Yeah, but like there's gonna be new sets every year. Like you're gonna have to drop like what, like $4,000 at least every year just to get a bronze or silver deck, maybe at least. So like, if people,
you're talking about a modern silver deck,
yeah, like to keep going into the game, you're gonna have to, and if we can't rotate cards, like I'm almost positive that we're not going to see like crazy prices like that again. So the rotation of cards is not going to be like, we're not going to be able to just keep rotating cards like the whales did for, you know what I mean? Like we can't really do that. Like, so we're going to have to put in new money every single time for a while. I'd say for at least like the next 2 sets, because listen, if you're a new guy coming in knowing that all these cards are just going to get rotated down, I mean, I'm just going to wait till the packs come out, and then the packs will come out, everything will be cheap on the market again. I mean, I just don't know. Because I mean, I know for myself, I'm not shopping for older cards. Like I've already just said, no. Like
And what do you consider older cards?
anything that's not of like Chaos Legion or Rift Watchers.
Okay.
Like I'm not buying Untamed. I'm not buying none of that because I know that there was like it's just not.
Well, look, I mean, I'm also certainly not buying Untamed or Dice. They are out of my price bracket, and yeah,
I mean, even the older reward cards are like just everything's so cheap because like I mean, I feel like the amount of people that so like if you got like a couple grand, right, and you're coming into the game, like you're not going for the older stuff. You're just not, right? Like you're going straight for the newer stuff, right? So like when does that older stuff come into play? Maybe land. But like
Yeah.
I mean, how many times can they like eventually like all the reward cards are gonna have to give the same percentage and shit. Like they can't like, oh, so the next set will give like a 4% bonus on land, next set will give a 3. Like they can't keep doing that. So like all the cards are gonna be the same bonuses eventually. Like obviously like the early cards like the alpha, beta, and the untamed. But like everything moving forward is probably gonna be the same percentage of like, output you get for putting it out. You see what I'm saying?
Sure. I mean, anything from Chaos Legion onwards, I would assume, would be more or less the same percentage, right?
Yeah, so it's where the card's gonna hold the value if they just keep getting rotated down. Now, like I was of the opinion that it should be like the wild shouldn't be every card. Like it should be to make it like to keep more value to the older cards. It should just be the sets that aren't in modern, right? Only the sets that aren't in modern, so that way those cards stay like better. You see what I'm saying? Like better for a longer period of time. Because once you start throwing the newer cards back in like the older, like you see what I'm saying? Like it's just they go obsolete quicker because it's like.
Well, I see the distinction, but whether they go obsolete or not, I'm not so sure. There are other trading card games that are successfully running wild sections with wild being all cards, Hearthstone coming to mind, and a modern, which is only the current sets, right? And they've been fairly successful, right? Look, I don't play Hearthstone anymore. I used to play it. I bought many different sets in that game. But eventually I stopped. I did stop playing. I no longer enjoy playing it. I see maybe that happens here. Maybe players stop enjoying the game.
We actually had 2 people leave our guild from these new changes with the combining cards and stuff and all the new stuff that come out. They're like, we just can't keep up.
Okay.
Can't keep up.
Yeah, so that is a reality for some people.
See, what they were saying was it makes the game less fun for them because, they've been playing for a long time, right? Like with just Chaos Legion out, like I'm waiting for Chaos Legion, and then everything, they put all their money into Chaos Legion, and then Rift Watchers came out, and all this, and they just see that they're not going to be able to keep up, because, I mean, I don't know, maybe the artificially, pumping the price of cards by not having cards on the market for 3 months would help the card value, but I'm just really nuts because even the older reward cards are cheap as shit. Like everything's
reward cards do tend to be cheap, right? Which is why it's always for me a very good way for new players to get into the game. Purchase reward cards, very easy to level up to max level and get you playing quicker rather than going for sets. And yes, even the older ones, right? And some of them are expensive. They are not cheap. I mean, here's a common for 58 cents, right? 1 BCX. That is not cheap. That is certainly not a cheap card, but it is a great card. You can buy Exploding Rats, which is kind of like a weaker version of the card. This one's going for 2 cents, right? So very, very different. Both reward cards, one very old, one very new, in the current set. So from that perspective, different, but yeah.
Well, I mean, I want to point something out though, right? So
Yeah.
the one card is probably one of like the first reward cards, right? The game's been out for like 3 years, okay, and the reward cards printed back then was probably super duper less, like crazy less than
Sure.
what they are now. And it's been 3 years, and the bad boy's only at 60 cents. And it's one of the first reward. Like, so you're telling me you're gonna wait 3 years for a lion to like go up to like 6 cents or some shit like that? Like, I mean, I see what people are saying, but like, can you really play the game just like on reward cards? Like, I mean, I don't.
No,
I never understand.
I never said that, right?
No, but like
reward cards will always be a supplemental or an addition to your deck, right? It's on top of it. It makes you stronger. I really wish they would include reward cards in tournaments. For some or other reason, it is excluded. I don't really understand why I can't play with my max level bandit in a tournament. I don't really get it. The reason is probably because Modern hasn't been activated in tournaments, right? There isn't a Modern Wild Split in tournaments yet. There is in Ranked, but there isn't in tournaments. So they are artificially creating a Modern by saying, okay, Untimed, Dice, Chaos Legion, and Rift Watchers get to play. Reward cards are excluded because we cannot, differentiate between old and new reward cards. Dalai Lama says, hey bro, if YGG has scholarships for Diamond and Champion, have a guildmate who is searching. Dalai Lama, we don't really do scholarships. I do know that there could be two options, right? Look for Mango Mayhem in his guild, and also look into Nifty Arcade. Both of those options could possibly give you answers in regards to scholarships.
Well, also, don't forget that, I mean, probably not soon, but like, soonish, like in a couple of months, we'll be having our thing where you can stake tokens for cards and stuff. Like, I mean, sort of like a scholarship, but not really. Like maybe we'll do like maybe. I don't know.
Yes, we do have that coming online, but it will never be called a scholarship, right? So it's a girl. She's searched Nifty Arcade. So yeah, the other option then would be for Mango Mayhem.
It's a girl. Of course we do scholarships. Of course we do It's a girl. Demore's got a diamond scholarship ready to go. That makes a total difference.
Absolute lie. Absolutely. I believe this man is not true at all. I do not run any scholarship accounts. But anyway, Mango Mayhem, I'm sure can help you. Look out for Mango Mayhem. Sometimes he's in the chat here. Sometimes he is not. He's a guy that runs a guild in the Philippines, and he does run. He does do scholarships. There is a limited number of them, though. They are not unlimited.
Yeah, I think his guild's filled up with mostly scholarships. I see like maybe 2 or 3 different names, and then the rest are like Mongo 1, Mongo 2.
Yeah, sure. It is what he does. It is what he does. He supports the Filipino community directly, and I know
that's what I'm trying to do. That's what we're trying to get you to do, bro. Like, you need to be the Thai genius.
Oh,
and set up like Splinterlands camps, bro. Like just set it off, bro. Get going, bro. I don't know what you're waiting for. Let's bring in. Let's like you could do it, dude. Like you can just why not?
yeah, I'm gonna say hard no on that.
Because
Hard,
like
hard
they
pass.
don't they do those things where if you do like meetups in different places around the world, like they'll help like sponsor it if you wanted to do like a meetup.
Who will sponsor what?
Oh, I heard that Splinterlands like say that on like a town hall, like not recently, but like a while
Really?
ago. Yeah,
Interesting.
like because the
Okay.
because they were talking about the one guy, the one guy, what level up life, I think his name is. He does
Okay. I
he
know the
does
name. I know the name. Yeah.
yeah, like he does meetups and stuff like that. He's got like I don't know like how organized it is, but like I've seen uh they did like one in like a cafe or something. They live streamed it too. It was pretty cool.
Interesting. Well, sounds exciting, certainly. Um, Look, I don't know what the future holds. Maybe something like that can happen. Um, for now, we're just gonna dive into our tournament. Interesting discussion. Thank you for that. For now, let's see. We're in round 4. Just started. We are in our top 16. Max Maka coming through top of the
Look at
list
that, bro.
versus
2
D
legacy
Stamp,
YGG.
and then Koniqua and Scrubsy, Jafar versus NRC Blind, Paxfa versus SP Jin, Lumina versus Fanto, Smart Start versus Slafer Red, Kazra versus Donnie, and Monster Tamer versus Dipsta. Exciting.
You know who had a really good idea though?
Yeah.
Darkest Night, bro.
All right. And what was his idea?
Well, he said he was picking up a bunch of the older like promos, right? Even like the ones
Promo
in
cards.
gold.
Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
because
Yeah.
they give like the double bonus. Like you get a promo card, right? And they're like huge bonuses. Plus, if you get it in gold, so he's picking up a bunch of those cards for like land and shit. Like I think older cards like that, like specific joints, will just always be good. But like, there's a lot of fluff. You see what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I know nothing's not like junk because everything can be like liquidated and shit. But like, there's a lot of shit that like I don't think is gonna be like that needed. You see what I'm saying?
Sure. I mean, look, ultimately, there can be a card in the older set that one of the new cards can do the job of that older card, right? So I hear you. That is essentially how a trading card game works, right? So that people don't have to have the old card. They can get the new equivalent that perhaps does more or less the same job as the older card. Is that a bad thing? I don't know. I hear you. Are there some things perhaps wrong with our economy and with our game? Maybe there are some things that can be done better.
Everything's fine. Tomorrow. Don't spread FUD.
Fine. Everything's fine. That's not really the vibe I'm getting from you, bud. But okay. Let's go with the everything's fine. Easier that way, certainly. We have some matches on the board. D-Stampede versus Max Maka, Water versus Water, the Chaos Dragons versus the Legacy.
Rogue told Max if he doesn't win one of these tournaments, he loses his spot in Brawls. He's trying his best. Yeah, bro, it's getting real serious.
It's getting hot in here.
No,
yeah, the pressure is on. I wonder what happens if he loses. Does he lose that Brawl spot? Does he never get to play again?
Did you see the brawl shit that's coming out? The picture, the picture.
The picture? No, what picture?
Um,
Max Maka takes the win.
in the Alliance General.
In the Alliance General, there is a picture. Okay.
Yeah, it's so bad, bro. If that's the allocation, bro, like it's not even gonna be worth it to rent like 1,000 DC worth of stuff. Like it's so bad. Look at that picture, bro. It's in the Alliance General. Like look just and tell me, oh my gosh, that's so bad. Like you're gonna get like 2 SPS per per person in the brawl. Like this is terrible, bro. Like the amount of rewards you get for actually playing the game is so much less than you get just for playing like the DeFi aspect of the game, like buying their new product. It's honestly ridiculous. Like the reward part like for the game is so low compared to all the stuff they give out for buying their new product. And the crazy part is they just print the SPS, so it's brilliant.
Okay, this is looking pretty bad, but is this the how it's looking in the QA server? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, look, it says monthly pool 2,475K, right? And that's what it is, and it just it's pretty bad. But it also says it's not the real thing.
It isn't the real one yet. Okay, all right. That's what I thought. Because those are not the numbers we worked out. Because we worked out those payments, right? And
yeah, we were getting like 100 in tier 3 or some shit.
It came out to a hell of a lot higher than what those numbers are looking like. So those are just test numbers. They are not the real deal. I am not concerned just yet. I'm expecting about 120 SPS per brawl. Per person.
In tier 3, right? Yeah.
In tier 3. That's correct.
Pretty good. That's not bad. That's like what, $7 a brawl? So like even if you take half that and because like I feel like it's gonna push people renting for brawls like more.
For sure.
You see, so
for
like
sure.
even if you had to take half your winnings and rent, I mean you're still getting what, like an extra 350 a brawl, and like every 5 days. I mean add that onto your season earnings and shit like that. And
that's great. Exactly.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome. And I mean, that'll be even more in tier 4, right? So, which we're working on. We're not there yet. We're probably a couple of months away from tier 4 or 4-star. It's not really tier 4. But yeah,
it's a big jump though, isn't it? How much crowns do you guys need?
We're at so currently our arena is level 5. We can do the upgrade for 6, but you do need the upgrade for 7 to qualify for 4-star. So
it's not worth it yet.
So we're ready for the next level. We're not ready for the next 2 levels. We need about 1,000 crowns to get to the next level after that. So yeah, a couple of months away.
Oof, that's so big though too. Like imagine how would you feel, because I mean being able to trade Gladius cards is definitely coming, right? I think that's coming, right, for sure, because I mean why not? Like
what about Gladius cards? Being able to do what with Gladius cards?
Trade them. Like that's gonna come.
Them?
Like yeah, they're not gonna be soulbound forever, I don't think.
Why not?
Because well, I mean, they said that, and somebody asked the question in one of the town halls, like at the question part at the end, and they were like, yeah, why not? Just if that's what people want. Like Matt was like, well, we can, yeah, technically it can be done. Like, just make a proposal and shit. So like, I think eventually,
Technically, it can be done.
yeah, so like, I mean, I think they'd be open to it. And I mean, who wouldn't want to buy a core if they don't have one? You see what I'm saying? Like, I think there's gonna, especially the older accounts that have been in guilds and been playing for years and stuff and what have you. Like, I think they have so much Gladius cards and like extra stuff going on that they would probably vote for it to sell the Gladius cards too. Because I mean, how much would you pay for a core? Like, that's the question. Like, if you don't have a core yet, like how much? What would you put a reasonable? I'd put a $20 price on a core.
I hear you. I think it would fundamentally break our game if they did that. Honestly, I would be pissed off if Cora suddenly becomes available on the market for sale.
Oh, would you? I would be mad if you could start buying crowns on the market or something like that. Yeah, because that's a team effort. Like, that's people.
It is the bottleneck right now for everything. Right? Is the crowns, and it is what is keeping guilds back, right? They do need to earn through actually participation in this game on a weekly basis. And if they are not participating, they don't earn the crowns. You can't just enter brawls and lose all your matches and earn crowns, right? It doesn't work that way.
And people rent to help, to get more wins and to do better for the team, and
Sure.
So like it. And people's time is the most expensive thing. So like, people would get definitely mad. But like, I wouldn't be too mad if because like, how long is it gonna take to even? Because listen, you need to start, like, I mean, you need to level them up too. So like, that's the thing. Like, we're talking forever. I mean, I guess it's a whole aspect of brawls and stuff, but I don't know. I just feel like, especially, well, I mean, I'm biased, right? Because I'm in gold foil. So like, I have what, 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 gold foil Gladius cards, right? And I've been very lucky to get that many. I feel like
I've only got one.
Yeah, right. And we probably been brawling for like same time. So like, I feel I feel pretty good that I got like 5 gold Gladius. But like, if you're in a gold foil Gladius and you're sitting there, like,
I lose all my gold foil matches because I don't have the gladiator cards in order to participate.
Right. So, yeah. So it's like an automatic look. Like, even if you have a common, like one with just like
anyone will do.
Yeah. And anyone with like sneak or like
you just need
the
one
that
you need
right. And then it starts stacking up.
It doesn't. The brawls are so much harder. It's just. Touching on Max Mucker's point here, the power stones. So, I can't wait. We're not there yet. As a guild, we are not there yet. We don't have our shop able to purchase stones yet. Max Marcus says they are supposed to allow everyone to buy 2 types of stones. So purchasing with merits. Okay, I mean, I can see that being very handy. I mean, I certainly would love to be able to purchase stones with merits, and in that way, get some more gold foils so that I can be more competitive in the gold foil brawls. That certainly is something I would love to do. I prefer to spend merits rather than DC. Are they saying they want to bring it in for DC purchase? I value DC more. Okay.
I would, man, bro, if they do make the Gladius cards tradable, man, that would. I seen somebody with a gold core, dude. I mean, that could be real lucrative for some folks.
Yeah, I would be very, very against that, honestly. All right, so we got our top 8. Round 5 is just started. Max Maka made it all the way to the top. Monster Tamer going up versus him. SP Jin versus Scrubsy Phantom X versus Slafer Red, NRC Blind versus Kazrak from the Summoner's Tribe.
Okay, I hope he wins so we get that again, so we can get that again.
That's a pretty amazing name, I have to say. It
I
just
was
rolls off the tongue, you know?
I was actually gonna say that, and the best name goes to Scrubsy. Not gonna lie, but you went so hard on that one.
The Kazrak! It's pretty damn awesome. I love that name. It sounds like a really powerful warrior.
Yeah, it does.
I have no idea where that name's from, though. But it is certainly interesting. Maybe it's a Mongol name. Maybe one of Genghis Khan's descendants.
Mongols, bro, they're so big, bro. They're such big, stocky people, bro.
Okay. I've never personally met a Mongol before, so I don't really know. But I will take your word for it. I will take your word.
I haven't either. But I was watching this video on YouTube, and
Oh right,
like,
YouTube education. Okay.
Yeah,
that always works out very well.
And he's from there, and he just looks like a big bull. Like he just, you know what I mean? Like he just looks like an ox.
Like a big guy.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, cool. I don't know much about Mongolians, honestly. I do know they live like north of China, I suppose.
Yeah, I feel bad for them, bro. Like they're damn near Chinese at this point, but they're trying.
Well, look, I mean, if you really want to speak about Chinese history, I mean, the Han Dynasty was Mongolian, right? The Mongolians, through Genghis Khan and his descendants, conquered China. And that was the Han Dynasty.
Which Chinese are in power now? What are they called?
Well, the ones who created the Communist Party came from, the descendants of the Han Dynasty. So were the Mongolians, essentially.
Yeah.
Right? Or at the very least, Mongolian and Chinese blood mixed, right?
Yeah, I just see it. So the people look like Chinese people look like plants, bro.
Like plants? Okay.
Yeah, skinny.
Skinny? Okay. All right.
But like the Mongolian people look like beasts, bro.
All right. So, SP Jin taking name. Scrubsy not doing so hot. SP Jin with the Thaddeus W. Let's go. Max Maka and the Tamer. Fire versus the Kretch. The Dragon. Disintegrator up front.
I clogged my bow.
That's not good.
I know, dude. I've been trying to blow it out.
Ah, all right. Well, maybe it's time for cleaning.
I just need a piece of pasta.
A pasta cleaner. Well, there you go. You heard it here first, guys.
A piece of pasta.
A piece of pasta does the work. I don't think things are looking good for the Kretch team here.
Hey, he can always pull it out. Oh no.
That's definitely not a W. That's definitely not a W. So Phantom versus the Slafer.
Now the shadowy presence, bro. That
we
card.
have a bug. We have a bug in the system.
we have a bug. With multiple bugs. That's just because you're getting payouts for winning tournaments, bro.
Yeah, you gotta love it.
Now that the shadowy presence card, now that is a card of wonder, bro.
Oh really? Even though it's an untamed card?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that one you think is worth paying the money for, but the rest? No.
Yeah, I have that one.
Oh, okay. Because you have it, that one is worth it.
Yeah, well, I like death, right? So that it just that's a must have if you're gonna.
Uh,
If,
I don't own a shadowy presence, and I play Death very often. It's one of my favorite teams, in fact. But I
well,
do.
you just don't play it. You don't play it like I do. I'm a sneaky man,
Oh,
Demore.
you're a sneaky man.
Yeah. You throw. I like. Well, I mean, I don't know. Like sometimes I'll go like no tank, right, and just put like four 1 cost cards out there, and as my like tanks and the zeros, and then just go for the backline, or maybe even just do like double life leech or something. But like I I I really like playing around. That's like I like to get uh I don't know. I just like to do awkward things to try and win, and it makes it fun.
Okay, okay. Well, I hear you. I mean, there are, certainly some oddball teams out there that has taken some W's. So, I can get behind that. The Arbalist doing work.
Yo. Uh,
The Arbalist
and
continuing to do work. NRC Blind takes the W versus Kazakh. And yeah, let's see who takes the next one. Obsidian versus the Death. Anti-magic versus magic. The shadowy presence makes itself known yet again. Things are not looking good for the Death Squad here, I'm afraid. Ooh, still takes the W. All right.
That's your boy, bro. Say it.
Kazakh. Kazakh.
I can't believe you were counting him out too, bro. That's so bad.
And we go to the last game. Water versus the Ilthane, the new favorite in the house.
You like Ilthane? Because I feel like the way you say that when it comes up, you're not really feeling Ilthane.
I don't like. No, let me rephrase. I don't have a life team, so for me, life doesn't exist because I don't have a life team. That's my reality, right? So for me, I only look at water, earth, death, and dragon. Those are the summoners I look at right now. Eventually, I'll get the others, but right now I don't have a life, or a fire summoner ready for playing in gold.
Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair. I mean, I like Sloan,
goes
dude.
down.
Sloan's good.
Sloan, look, I mean, I've been beaten by Sloan. I cannot deny that. It is a great summoner. And so's Ilthane, right? I think both of them are really nice. I just don't have them. Let's watch another Slafer Red here versus the Phantom. Sloan. Speaking of Sloan, so here you go. You'll see a Sloan win. Proving ultimately that it's not the weakest summoner, as many people believe it to be. If you look at the price, that's kind of what the market is saying.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. That's what the people have decided. But I mean, anything that gives +1 in a melee stat, I feel is a strong card. Strong summer. Maybe not, as far as right now, but I mean, +1 for range in life, for life. I mean, every other range card that comes in is going to be good.
Sure. You get extra damage. It's definitely worth it in certain rule sets, right? And there you can see it worked very, very well.
It says win rate 0%. I don't know how you took that one, bro.
So, semi-final. We're in the semi-finals. SP Jin versus NRC Blind. Slafer Red versus
Damn,
the
Max.
Monster Tamer. The Max got knocked out. Sadly, we can
You got
watch the final.
slapped by the Russian, dude.
We can watch the
Gosh,
final
man.
game here. It's the Sloan game versus the Magic. And
It's the
guess who?
Polish guy versus the Russian.
Polish and the Russians are at it again.
Gosh, the life team. Look at the Sloan, man. They just let you down, didn't it?
Well, we were just talking about that, how Sloan takes the wins, and then here you go.
Well,
you
listen,
put him up versus the Magic, things are not
over.
looking so hot.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, especially if you put a return fire, on the centaur mage there. That's doing some damage. That's doing some damage, baby. Look at that. Look at that. That's like a good 8 health there that was taken away by the return fire.
62% win rate, so 38% of the time, Max Maka, you would have came away with that win. You didn't. The gods weren't on your side.
RNG had your name. Bad offer. Prismologist should go third. I think he means bad placement.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. 80% win rate with this lineup.
What would that have done for you, man? Like, imagine, man, you'd be in the spotlight right now, dude, if you would have just... That's crazy. What, do you have that thing where you can just plug in different cards and it tells you? I should get that just for fun.
Yeah, it's Splinter Tools. I do have it. I don't use it often, to be honest with you.
Man, lazy.
But I have used it upon occasion. No matches to watch. What is happening? Why are we taking so long, guys? Let's go. Let's do some fighting. I want to see some battles. What are we waiting for?
I'm currently doing a video right now.
Yeah?
Well, I mean, I basically had it done last night, but I like to watch them, right?
Okay.
Before I put them out there, just in case they're messed up, because I had one that was like, what did I do here? And I said to myself, it's all wrong.
It's all wrong. I did it backwards.
And then one time I had to it's so touchy. Like I had to move something and I was trying to put something in the beginning and it was just, oh my gosh, everything got messed up. It was so bad. It's terrible.
The trials and tribulations of video editing. It certainly can get interesting.
Yeah, especially when you don't know what the words mean. It's like, I wish there was like a key. Because listen, bro, how am I supposed... There's a lot of words out there, right?
There are. Sure, there are many words, especially in the English language. We do have quite a few of them.
Just like the months, bro. I still don't know them in order. If I would have sat down and learned them in order, I can figure them out. But I can only, I know November and then December because Thanksgiving and then October is before that because Halloween. But if you try and hit me with March and April and shit, I would not be able to tell you the order of those months.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really know what to do with that. So I think let's move on. Perhaps we got a game to watch. Please have a game to watch.
Refresh.
Yes, we got a game. All right, life saved. Don't need to talk about that anymore. We've got SP Jin on our new summoner, Fernheart, versus the Obsidian. Earth versus Earth. Range versus magic. Who is gonna take it?
I'm going with the stun, bro.
You're going with the stun? Okay. Yeah. So the Fernheart for the win.
We get a stun going and we'll be fine.
There's one stun. Is it gonna be enough? That is the question, ultimately.
100%, dude, because we can use range in the first slot.
So and not another stun gets fallen, but some blast damage takes care of the backline. And now suddenly things are not looking so good for the Obsidian team. So
Dude, there was nothing sudden about that, bro. It was 100% win rate. There was nothing sudden about that. I knew, the crowd knew.
really, you
Yeah.
knew that Fernart is a better summoner than Obsidian?
No,
Really? You knew that?
I made a guesstimate by looking at the
You
cards,
made
and
a
I said,
guesstimate.
I said he's taking it. He's taking it.
Okay. Well, look, I mean, I'm very happy with that win. I'm looking for other options on Earth, and I mean that really is opening one up for me, right? So I'm quite excited by that.
Also, I could be biased though because I have a gold foil Gobson, right? And to when I use him, I'd rather have a +1 and a
A
ranged in
Gobson.
the yeah.
What is a Gobson? I have no
It's
idea what that is.
the the double sneak in the green Gladius.
Oh, you're talking about a so this one, the Cottrell Gobson. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. So
okay.
like I'd rather have not a +1 mage, right? In for the summoner when I play. You see what I'm saying?
So you want the +1 health?
+1 health. Yeah.
That's good for you. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I hear you. I hear you. Look, +1 health is +1 health. I mean, it's valuable, right? Any +1 stat, like we said before, is good. And then add an ability on top of that with some range guys, which the Earth has quite a few of, right?
Yeah, they're getting loaded up on range guys now. It's crazy. I mean, like that stun guy he's pretty powerful, dude. He's got decent
He's
HP.
OP. He's very, very OP. I really like her. I think it's a great card. I think it's a great card. And I also think there are quite a few other ranged cards in the Earth Splinter that are, nice. They can certainly do some damage. Is there a way? So let's look. Rift Watchers, Chaos Legion. All cards. Yeah, so here's the one. Ulof, Damfir. That certainly is, it gets triage here at the higher levels at level 5. 9 health, 4 damage, 2 speed, triage, and stun. That's pretty damn decent. The Goblin Tower. Yeah. I mean, at max level, this thing does 5 damage with blast. That is some OP stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean, and they can only get more. They can only get more ranged monsters from here. Like
how about this one? This beast of a card, right?
That's
max
like
level, 4 range damage, 3 magic damage, 13 health. That's 14 health with Fernart.
I got a question for you, Demore, and you don't have to answer it. No, I'm just kidding. Answer the damn question. No,
okay.
When you look at the cards, right? Like, and you say like, oh, the max level, and it's got this. Like, what, like, do you is like are you going for like max like level cards?
Yes.
I
am. Here's my level 4 Queen Mycelia. Do you see it?
Yeah, I see you.
This is not rented. This is my card. Okay. Here's my level 8 Slipspawn. And I know some of them are not max yet, right? I mean, a level 8 is not a max. Okay, sorry, I lie. Level 8 is a max.
I was just asking because when I look at the cards, I go straight to like, if it's a rare, I'll go to level 4. Like I don't even bother looking at what the cards give, like, way up there.
Yeah, and that's clearly how we're playing the game. I mean, for me, ultimately, I'm trying to get to champion. I don't really understand why people would choose not to want to get to champion.
Well, I don't think it's realistic, right? Like, do you plan on getting champion level cards before the next set drops? and then like you're gonna to keep up, you're gonna have like to compete, like because like right now Rift Watcher cards are just fire, right? So if you don't have those, you're probably losing more games than you should. So like if you don't plan to keep up like with that, like what is the actual point? Because like all right, so you're gonna max out Chaos Legion, cool, and then you're gonna max out Rift Watchers, and by that time there's gonna be a new set you're gonna have to max out, right? So like
Sure.
you're gonna like if you're thinking like that, you're gonna have to continuously think like that. You can't just max out once, because then you're gonna go obsolete. Like you'll like there's always gonna have to be like more and more money put in. So that's kind of why, I mean, yeah, I went gold foil, but like I'm kind of like toning down my expectations to where like I can, viably compete at and like stay at for like long term. Because if I went, look, maximum 10K for Max Legion, Chaos, and Rift Watchers right now, like you're gonna need another 10K to stay legitimate next year. You're gonna need another 10K next year. I don't think that's sustainable. Now, like, yeah, like maybe if you can, resell the cards, but that would mean you would need like 2 of each card. You see what I'm saying? Like you would need to start getting like doubles, so that way you can recycle the cards too. Like, because if you would sell your old ones, like you still need the old ones to play a little bit. Like I just feel like I don't think, I mean, for me at all, because like I'm not trying to spend 10K a year to stay relevant in a game where I know
I
that
would
I'm not
never spend that amount of money on any game, right? For me, that's too much. For me, that is too much.
Yes, so like how are we thinking about all these champion level cards then? If like, I mean, yeah, I mean we could, yeah, technically we could just
there
do
is
it
no
one.
champion level. Diamond is max, right? So once you reach diamond, that is the max level of the cards. But in my mind, still, I'm intending to get to diamond / champion level. Always, I want to play at the max level, and I will do my best to get there. Whether I'm going to achieve that or not, maybe not. Maybe, your words turn out to be very, very true, and ultimately, I will never be able to afford it. I do think that.
I just think something has to change a little bit. Like, okay, maybe lock the rewards behind the money, right? But like, if you look at these cards, like it's so much more fun to play at the higher level, like leagues and stuff, right? Just way more abilities. The games like, because I do the videos, right? Like the games just last like double the time they do from tier 2 brawls to tier 3. Like, and I'm sure like we'd go, I mean, like it's just, and they're more fun to watch. I'm not gonna lie. Like I enjoy
because there's many more things, abilities being used, many more things happening, right?
Yeah,
and
so like
more exciting.
Lock the rewards behind owning the cards and having these max level cards. Like if you want to play for rewards, cool, but like I just don't think it's going to be a thing where people are just, I mean, of course some people are going to drop the money to buy the max sets every time, but like now you're saying that you have to combine every card, even the shitty ones, to get to like get the full rewards out of it, like for playing at higher levels. Like it's like, all right, so now you can't be cost effective in the market if you're trying to get rewards, because you just got to level every damn card, even the fiends that don't matter. So like now every card becomes like a little more valuable, so like now everything's a little more expensive to get to max anyway. So it's like I don't like, they need to have something where you don't need a lot of money to experience the actual like full game, because like you can't tell me that playing in silver and even, I mean, gold's more fun too, but like you can't tell me playing in bronze and silver is like the actual like game, because like you're missing out on like so much content just by not having the cards, and I don't think that's sustainable. Like I don't think you can ask people to drop 10-15K a year to get, and then to I just don't think, and then to have like, because there's nah like lock the rewards behind a paywall, but don't, like if you lock the whole Because I mean, it's going to get worse when land comes out. The people that don't have land are going to be like, one, they're going to miss out on a whole element of gameplay, right? Because they're not going to be able to play around on their lands. Like, I'm sure there's going to be like NPC lands where you can go like do boss fights and shit. Cool, but like you're going to miss out on the whole land part, and you know that's just going to drive a bigger wedge between people who don't have stuff and have stuff, because they're then if they make these spells, right? If they make these spells that you don't just have to buy them one time and you have them, if you have to continuously buy these spells from the landowners just to play the game, I don't know. Like, I'm not too sure. It's like,
you don't sound too positive overall, Hal.
no, I mean, I think the game's gonna do great. Like, I think. No, listen. I
Who
think
you lying to? Who you lying
no,
to?
I think the game's gonna do great. I think we're the best positioned game to do like great things. Like, we have a solid product back joint. Like, I think it's gonna be solid, but I don't think. I think Tower Defense is gonna be better than Splinterlands. It's their second game. Splinterlands is kind of like a dry run at this point, I feel like. So the GLS is like the overall, like we're gonna do great things, but as far as how do I put it, like card values holding value and stuff that well, and we're just printing new stuff every year. And so, like, if you were to buy a max level Chaos Legion deck right now and play, your like, I wonder what your ROI would be. Like, I mean, like, I just, like, if you're gonna, I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. But I just think there needs to be the game, and then there needs to be like rewards, because
Max Monica has joined us. Hello.
Hello, guys. One more thing, because
take it from here. Demor's been bullying me the whole show. You've seen it, dude. He's been slapping me, beating me down.
He's very, very good host, nice host. One thing I just to add for this, because you're just talking about like putting money for the game and for the cards. But one thing you just didn't mention. Firstly, you're just putting it's like not only the game, yeah. It's like game / investment. You just buy the cards, and the cards you can just use them, you can rent them, you can flip them. So it's not like you're putting the money and it's like
it's gone
in the well, yeah, it's gone.
Yes.
Yeah. So exactly. And if you just go for the like max level card, it's not like you're putting the money for this and you got nothing from
you do get
the money
returns.
Yeah. Firstly, if like you're on the top level of the players, you like earning, I don't know, because it's very hard to calculate. But like for the top level players for the tournament, there is like the list, and you can see everyone could access this one. Like top level players get 10,000 SPS per week from the tournament. Yeah,
that's a lot.
Yeah, it's like $500 dollars per week from only tournaments. Yeah, so you don't rely on chest, on SPS battles and stuff
that's
like
on
this.
Top of. That's on top.
Yeah,
of.
So only tournaments, like top players got 10,000 SPS for only playing tournaments. So it's clear money for them. And on the ladder and chess play, they sometimes, because it's random, you know I don't like this kind of rewards, but still like top players got sometimes 2 or 3 accounts, and they just got 200 chests. So the statistic works for them better, and it's like one per free season. They got like several hundred or $1,000 from chest. Yeah, so it's like, and they need to have the cards immediately. Yeah, so from the like Chaos Legion cards, they just pay $24 per pack from the pre-sale.
Yeah, so they can compete.
And they just say, okay, it's for me, it's not a problem, because from this kind of money, they just putting like, I don't know, $10,000 only for Chaos Legion, or even more. Yes, I think they just bought at least one. I don't know how many packs do you need to max out the whole Chaos Legion collection, but I think they just don't care. They just bought enough Chaos Legion pack to get full set immediately, because they know if they just don't have the card for the set, they cannot win the tournament on the highest level. So for them, it's still a win-win, because they just pay a lot, but they just need like few weeks only to get all the money back. Yeah. So it's not like for casual players. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah. But for top level players on the highest level, they just earn so much money from this game, so they just don't care about
they get it back
$10,000. Yeah,
fairly quickly. Return on their.
Okay, that's my input. Yeah, for this one.
And that's great. Thanks, Max Mark. I appreciate that. That's certainly another side of this discussion. Okay, we're in our final match, Slafer Red versus SP Jin. First battle was taken by Slafer Red from the Spanish Academy. Let's see what SP Jin brings to the table in our next match.
Oh shit! Floor price is down to 0.199.
I hope you don't talk about the Rooney.
Okay.
Oh yeah, dude. No,
I was
dude,
just
my
gonna
bad.
say, guess what he was talking about.
I've been looking at the prices, but
he's been looking at buying a Rooney.
Yo, you know what people were saying, bro? That
No.
the Roonies would have sold better if they had better backgrounds, bro. These fucking losers, man.
Too many grays. I agree. There's way too many grays. They should have brought more color into it.
Well, no, I just think that it's like, I mean, it sold, the whitelist sold obviously because, you know, Ag is a hype master, but like it like sold to our community, cool, but like as far as like NFTs right now, like, I mean, yeah, if people dig a little deeper, it's not just a picture, but like NFTs are trash, you know, like it's just bad timing. It's like if they look a little deeper, maybe they'll buy it, right? But like on its face, it's just another picture, like every other NFT.
That's the issue with NFTs in general. And yes, I hear you. That is the crap part about NFTs. But
and it's a big flood of crap. So like we had to like really stand out, and I don't think just buying a banner that, you know, everybody else can do, like even the shit projects get on, like I'm just not sure. Like,
the reality is we're in a bear market.
The reality is they need to do some real marketing. Like they need to do some real marketing. Let's get
made a difference. I mean, if people don't have or want to spend money right now, is that going to make a difference? More marketing? Maybe.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. They're only marketing all these new products to their existing base, right? Like there's no new marketing out there. Let's be real. Like there's no, like I mean, there's so much stuff with the amount of money that they, you know, bring in that we could do for marketing. It's like shit projects do better marketing. Like their whole project is marketing. Like there's nothing behind their project besides like a good marketing push. And you're telling me that we can't do something like a good marketing push, like of anything notable? Like even when because I have a lot of time, so I like shit projects because I don't invest in them, but I just like to listen to what people say and like their mindset of like what the you gotta be so stupid. Like, I mean, where you dropped on your head, and like the stuff that people say and the stuff that people get excited for is just out of this world. It could be the littlest thing, and some of these projects go like, I just, oh my gosh, it's so like, I mean, I guess if you just jump in and that's the first thing you see and everybody else in the Discord's going crazy and shit, like, I guess you can get drawn in. But like, if some of these people are like, yeah, this is like my fourth project, like, I just don't know. Like, there's so much solid stuff out there, and for people to even, it's crazy. Like, because it's so, but it's funny though. Like, it's wild to see people's like mindsets on things. Like, it's insane. Like, people really think this, like, it's so crazy, bro.
Well, everything's going to the moon, right? I mean, isn't that right? That's where it's going.
I guess.
Right,
I guess we're going to the moon, baby. We're going to the moon.
We're all going to get rich. Everybody's going to get rich, and you know, it's going to be worth $1 million. So let's go. Lambo win. Right?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much how Rooney. I mean, honestly, like, that's how people from the Splinterlands community view Rooney. I'd imagine like 80% of the people who bought Rooney were like,
really?
Oh shit, bro. Yeah, I mean,
no.
Like,
I mean,
well, because listen, why would you
sober?
Why would you buy? I mean, at first, before you knew, right, that like multiple Roonies would be better and stuff like that. People were just buying a bunch and stuff like that. Like, the only reason why you'd buy more than one, it's already max level. Like, the only reason why you'd buy, like, maybe you'd buy 2 or, you know, 3, but to buy like a bunch, there's some out there, there's wallets out there with, like, you know, double digits.
Sure.
So like, the only reason why they're buying them is to resell them because they think it's gonna moon.
They want to flip, exactly, which is exactly the thing I warned about when we went into this you know, line of thinking. NFT projects.
It's a bad look. I mean, it's cool.
It
like, we're one of the best, you know, NFT projects out there at the moment. To be honest, like
so, let's just put a pause on that. We'll get back to that. Congratulations, Slay for Red. You took the win. SP Jin, Slay for Red, please join our Discord. You can find the link here in our description here on the tournament. So if you go to details, the Discord link is right here. Just join our server to collect or claim your Chaos Legion pack. Congratulations, well played. You made it all the way to the end. And yeah, thanks guys. It was awesome. 50 winners. Wir gewinnt. Our number 50 on the list here. Couple of 500s. BO2, Rezingu, Firefist, Oberhessen, Neophyte. Some names I recognize. I like that. D-Stampede. All right, guys. It's been awesome. Thank you. And yeah, we'll see you again next time for our Into the Splint show or our weekend challenge. Any last outgoing thoughts, Max, from you?
I don't know if you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Okay, great. No final thoughts. Thanks for having me here, and I hope next time I will win this tournament. Finally.
I hope so too. And good luck for your next lineup. Hellraven, anything from your side?
There's no thoughts here. You know, I don't do that much thinking.
All right, guys, the more the merrier, and thank you for joining us. Until next time, see you guys.